All right, traders, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be going over AMC, doing a quick rundown and going into the week, how I see us moving. The things I'll be covering are the selling of shares by Adam Aaron and the CFO, going over FOMC and how that can affect AMC going into the week and why you need to be addressing and looking at it throughout the week. And then also looking at the charts, of course, looking at indexes as well and how this can help AMC move on the upside. And then maybe while we're at it, we'll make a few dollars. Like, subscribe, do what you got to do. Let's get to it.
I got no drip in my pocket.
All right, so I'm going to run through this part really quick, just like the basis of everything, and then we'll get to the chart really quick. Again, I try to make these videos very short, sweet, to the point, not too much fluff in between. So this was the news, and I'm in no way saying that this news is bearish or anything like that. If anything, I think it's coincidental with how AMC ended up moving on Friday and when I started to buy my call options, right? So AMC, basically they were like, the diamond hands are losing their mind, losing their grip because CEO and CFO sold. Now this was already told by Adam Aaron. He said that they were going to be selling some remaining shares. He actually gave everyone a heads up, which is actually pretty decent of him to let everyone know. You know, he didn't do that way back when, but he did let everyone know these shares would be sold. And he kind of picked a decent time to sell them. When we look at the charts, he could have sold at 40. He could have sold a little bit higher, but he didn't, all things considered. I'm just saying. Now, people could be saying, well, he's looking to sell them right now because he expects more of a dump. If he was really expecting that big of a dump, he would have sold previously and he wouldn't have waited until just now. So I'm not even like just being a full-blown bull on it. I'm just saying it could have been worse. He could have sold them at a worse time. He didn't really sell them at like that bad of a time. He sold them at $30. That's like nothing. So anyways, there's that. So I don't think this news is that bearish at all. The link will be down below if you want to look at that, just so you know, but it's not that bearish. I don't think it's anything that big. The only bearish thing that could play out as far as fundamentally from AMC that could really hurt you is going to be if they have available shares to dilute going into 2022. Now, I remember seeing information based on that, but I can't find it in my notes or any of my folders, so I am looking for that, but I don't even want to touch on that until I have the information because I don't want to spread FUD, fear, or anything like that to you guys. So I don't even want to address that, but that would be the only possible bad news going into 2022 is if they have more dilution on the table. However, you're seeing funds buy in. You're seeing new funds continue to buy in even this past week. So that is bullish news. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the indexes. So if we look at the indexes, this is something that helped AMC at the end of the day, right? So I ended up buying AMC around 26.50, 26.60 roughly. I got some call options there, and I bought the 35s for this coming Friday. Yes, those are risky, 100%, but I'm going to continue to trade this on the shorter term, at least until we break back above 35, and then I'll look at longer dated options. But until then, I'm going to continue just to day trade this. Now, you may think, Tyler, you're not helping the stock, you're this, you're that. That's not the goal here. The goal is not for me to cause the gamma or MOAS, whatever. You know what I mean? The goal here is to share profitable ideas and how to make money. You know what I mean? That's why when you look at my Twitter, when you look at everything, that's why you don't see negative feedback from me. That's why you don't see people saying, Tyler lost me this money or this or that. That's why you're seeing, not to inflate me or anything like that, but the goal here is to help people with their everyday life. You know what I mean? That's the goal. And that's why there's no scam arcana around me. That's why there's nothing like that, because it's all about making money here on the channel. It's not about hype. It's not about hopes and dreams. That's not what it's about. It's about making money on trades, the end. So that's what I do, and that's it. There's nothing else around it, okay? So I'm going to continue to chase on the shorter time frames until we break above 34, 35 bucks, and then it's a longer term option trade for myself. I still have my shares, everything like that, but I'll continue to trade the shorter dated options until then. Now, looking at AMC, you got a little bit of a bump at the end of the day there, and then looking at the Nasdaq, you got a nice little bump at the end of the day there. Now, this is what I want to talk about. The Nasdaq on the 1 hour, in my opinion, over the past, month, give or take, it's been in a somewhat of a flag. You've had breakouts and you get pushed back down. Now, looking at this is my opinion. This is very rough, so don't take this as, you know, religion or anything like that. This is just a very rough, this is just kind of a channel I see us trading in right now. But what's going to be really big here, even with the push up we had, and I anticipated a little bit of a press up on the indexes going into the end of the day, into the week, is going to be FOMC. Now, everyone keeps asking me, when does Powell speak? When does Powell speak? When does Powell speak? Now, you can go to this website. It's literally federalreserve.gov. You'll just go to the top 10 news and events, and you'll go down to calendar. And I can't really see that. Let me zoom in. So you just go down to calendar, and this is what will pop up. And it literally has every single day's plan for the whole month, right? And so really what you're looking for is going to be that FOMC meeting. It says 2-day meeting from December 14th to 15th. And if you look at that, it kind of is a little misleading, because if you don't read that, you won't see that they're talking on Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be the really important day, because that's when they start, and you're going to get an overall census of their viewpoints. And then going into Wednesday, usually in like up into market close, to just take that with a grain of salt. And just so you know, this is automatically for Eastern time. So even though I'm in Central, this will be at noon for me, just so you know. And then if you're in California, wherever you may be, keep that on your radar as well. This is going to be pretty big, in my opinion, just how they talk about interest rates, inflation, things like that. And you've known that they've been pretty bearish across the board. So that could, in fact, make AMC go down. Just take that with a grain of salt if you're trading options. Right now, when it comes to trading options, I'm going to say one thing and one thing only. Don't be greedy. It's not financial advice. When you get up, you do what you got to do. It's your money. Do your own DD. Do your own DD. Now, as we look here at AMC, this is going to be the key level I think we need to get above very quickly going into Monday morning. It's going to be 27.9 to 28 bucks. If you get back above the weekly, I think you're in business to start getting a push back towards 30, which would make those options very profitable. That's why I like those. Now, I got in at a good time, and I really didn't expect this big of a push at the end of the day. I just got kind of lucky there. Looking at the 1 hour, you're already getting a cross as well on the MAC, or trying to get one pushing back up. I also loved that. And you're mounting VWAP. Looking at the 15-minute, this is what I'm always talking about. Now, people, I've started making the educational videos. I've already started part 1, just getting into monthly indicators and like the entry to price action, right? So I'm going to go to full screen here. Now, the next one I'm going to make is going to be about VWAP. And I think typically we overcomplicate things, and you hear me talk about this all the time here on the channel, especially with AMC. The VWAP has been your best friend. It literally tells you when to trend. It tells you the trend every single time. So once you start mounting, typically you'll just stay and grind on top, and you'll just stay until you peak out. And once you get a lot of separation, then you come back down. Typically, once you get back under it after that separation, it indicates that you're going to come back down. And as you see, you just couldn't get back above the VWAP, constantly reject every time you touched it, and you bottomed out near that double bottom down there. Now you're pushing back above. Now there is a possibility this could be a fake breakout. Like sometimes you've seen it here. You see a fake breakout, you'll come up and you'll come back down. It's possible, but you always want to be watching that as well. So combined with the other indicators, combined with price action, I do like AMC where it's at. Is there a chance though that you could get pushed up to this 28 region and get rejected? 100%. So that's what I'm saying. You got to be watching your position. People always asking me, Tyler, are you in? Are you out? Are you in or are you out? Guys, it's not up to me. I'm not trading for you. I am not in charge of your finances. I'm just sharing my viewpoint and how I'm making money on the market and how I'm trying to keep my investments safe at all times. You know what I mean? So even when AMC is dipping, I still am confident with the shares that I have, because I'm still making money on the other side of the board. No matter what, I am trying to make money at all times. Again, it's not about telling you to buy shares. It's not telling you to buy at all times. You know what I mean? If I'm buying shares at the time, I'll tell you I'm buying shares. I like the value. It makes sense to me. Do your own DD. But right now, you need to see a break above this region right here, this box. 28.2 maybe that's the high, and then like 27.9 as the low. You need to get back above it. So you just want to see a candle hold above it at around the 15, 1 hour being the best. So you want to see a break, touch, and then pushing back up slowly towards that 29.7, maybe that $30 region up here. I think you're going to get some resistance right there if we see, and then I'll actually make a little box so you can see it as well. And I always recommend trading in boxes, okay, or zones. Zones is a better way to put it, right? Just so you have an overall price target range, right? So you might see some type of candles coming into that range, or you might not get an exact touch. That's why you have support lines, and you maybe, let's say our support line is exactly right here, right? That's an exact support line. And let's say that's where you set your exits for your trade, right? And so you push up and you come a little bit lower and you come back down. This happens often. You'll often see this. So that's why I start laddering my position out, or sometimes I'll just have a position set at a, kind of conservative exit point for myself, or I have alerts set so I can see. And just so you know, on TradingView, absolutely free, links down below as well. You can get the free plan, whatever you want. I think on the free plan, you only get one alert, but it'll go to your phone and it'll go on your computer, which is huge for me. You just set an alert right there wherever you want it wherever you want that to be. Now, if you only can use one alert, you need to set it wisely, but make sure you're using those alerts and taking advantage of that. Now, if you have the pro plan or whatever, it's pretty solid. You can have like 50 of them, but even I was using the free plan for a long time when I was getting started. I was using it for a long time. So it's totally manageable using the free plan, but looking at this, that's what I want to see up to this zone and how you start reacting. Again, I'm not being greedy on any of my trades, any options, anything like that. I feel really good about it. I like how you're moving there as well, but I want to reiterate the big thing here. If you're going to start moving in a positive direction, these indexes, I believe you have to get help. They look good, but what's going to really come into play is going to be Powell, and you don't see him really talking until Tuesday. So Monday has room to be a great day. I actually think it has a room to be a pretty phenomenal day. Monday is going to be the day that you're probably going to make some of your money. Tuesday is going to be the riskiest day, and then Wednesday, I think it starts to cool off there. So you're going to want to see news going in, and then also going into the holiday season, which is very bullish as well. So these are all things that I like. You're going to hear a lot of stuff about the Santa rally and things like that, because typically you rally into the holidays, into the end of the year. Just so you know, there's options that are going to be really big this week. $35, $40. Those strikes are going to be very influential. If you can hold above 40. Things could get crazy for AMC. I'm just going to highlight that. The question is how much volume do you get? You're going to need buyers to step in, and you need indexes to look good as well. A lot of things need to go right. More updates are coming. If you have questions, please comment down below. All right, guys, wrapping up the video. I feel pretty good about AMC going into the week. I like where we're at, and I think buys on Friday were very low risk, in my opinion, putting that lightly. Also, I said going to 40 if you could hold above 40. Now, that's a very optimistic point for you to hold. I'm not saying you even get there. I don't know, and we have to see how it plays out, and you're going to need Powell to be very bullish on the market, and you're going to need indexes to help you out as well, because right now you are not at the point where AMC is moving by itself. It's very clear to see, and if anyone's saying that it's moving by itself or it's going to shoot up by itself, just right now, it's unlikely looking at the chart. Every time the Nasdaq and Dow dip, guess what happens? AMC follows. So right now there is no separation. There's no really bullish catalyst as well, but you need to start getting above these ranges and getting some options, pushing this thing back on the upside. Again, if you have questions, comment down below. I try to answer them to the best of my ability and as quick as possible. Twitter is always the best way to ask questions as well. I'm on there literally 24/7, and I'm literally posting getting in and out of trades as well there. Discord for every single trade, live trading, everything like that. Like, subscribe, do what you got to do. And remember, boys, we run the market.
Don't got enough to go cop it. I'm about to take off like a rocket. Houston, we might have a problem, but that don't mean money will solve them. No, that don't mean money.